Jasmine. I am a local real estate agent here in Maryland. Hi guys, this is Jasmine Doster, your local real estate agent here in the DC metropolitan area, specializing in Maryland homes. So today we're going to be talking about home ownership. Is it better to rent than to own? Is it actually cheaper to own than to rent? So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so if you look at the cost of rent in the DC metropolitan area, I would say the average price to rent maybe just a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment can be $1,800, and that can vary depending on where you live. So for example, let's say you do pay $1,800, so we're just going to average it out. For 5 years, you've paid $108,000, and you'll never see that money again. It all went to your landlord. You got a place to stay, but you paid off $108 of your landlord's mortgage. So when you look at it that way, it makes you think, okay, well, maybe I should look into buying a home. Maybe you might want to buy a house that would be the same price range as or the mortgage payment would be the same price range as your current rent payment. So for example, if you're buying a house that's around $300,000, no money down, and your payment would be around $1,800, of course, depending on your interest rate. So if you put no money down, you may say, okay, well, how can I get into a house with no money down? So I do have another video, I will link it, but there are different down payment assistance programs that are out there to help you. And also there are different types of loans that only allow you to put a small amount of money down. So if you are getting into a house and you are planning to do it with no money down, the secret is private mortgage insurance. So you will have to pay for private mortgage insurance. This is like a premium you pay until you get 20% equity in the home. On average, you can expect to pay between $30 and $70 for every $100 that you are borrowing, okay? So these are some tools you can use to maybe make that a reality. But I wanted to go deeper into it. Let's look at specific markets and neighborhoods that are, around the DC suburbs. So I took a look. I wanted to do some research for you guys, right? So let's just say Laurel, Maryland. The average apartment, and this could be as small as a 55 square foot apartment. So depending on if you have children or if you just want more space, it will go up from there. But this is a pretty small apartment. It's $1,634, and that's before utilities or anything else. And if you go research, okay, so let's buy a townhouse, for example, in Laurel, or if you want to buy a condo, they go anywhere from $200,000 for a 2-bed, 2-bath, $275 for a 2-bed, 2-bath. Or if you're saying, you want maybe something a little bit newer, new construction, there are new construction developments in the area, condos, townhomes, and single family that start from the low 300,000s. Okay, so what did we just say? Anywhere from around 200,000 up to the early, or the 300,000s, okay? And if you take the mortgage calculator, if you look at a mortgage of about 250,000, that's in between the prices we just quoted. A $250,000 mortgage at the 3.92 interest rate for 30 years would be $1,182. So that's cheaper than the $1,634 that's the average for the Laurel, Maryland area. Or if we go over to, for example, Upper Marlboro. So it's also the same average there, about $1,667 for 930 square feet. So that is the average rent price for that area. And you can find maybe a condo for $267,000, $244,000. So it starts from the mid 200s up to the mid 300s if you want something that's more like a new construction property. If we go to the mortgage calculator and we just put in, let's say $214,000, at a 3.92 interest rate. So this can vary based on your credit score. It may be lower, maybe a little bit higher, but that would be a 1485 at a 30-year mortgage. So you would be saving quite a bit, at least $200, but it will be going toward your equity. You won't just be paying rent that you won't ever see it again. And last but not least, let's take a look at Bowie, Maryland. So Bowie, Maryland, the average rent price there is a little bit higher, $1,880, and that's also for about 935 square feet. But there are properties anywhere from $284, mid 300s. They get up higher when you look at single family, but the condos and the townhouses are something I want you guys to consider when you think, I don't know if I can afford to buy a house, but with down payment assistance, private mortgage insurance, it is a possibility. So, well, thanks for watching this video. It's a quick one. Consider home ownership. And if you have questions or you want to just look at the homes in your area, feel free to click below and you can start searching for potential homes. And I'd also be happy to speak to you about, some of the things you're looking for in a home, your deal breakers, time frame. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.